see, we got, where's the first link? Russia's like payload.
Cyprus, an island blessed with
Hi Roger that.
source of free energy. With Wattback, you will no longer have to pay for electricity, and you will be protected from price increases.
Low.
As direct importers, we control quality and offer the best prices. From design and permits to installation and net metering connection, we handle everything in record time. Our extensive experience in Europe guarantees quality and reliability. Your system will pay for itself in 3 years and last over 30 years. A smart investment in your future. HJT third-generation panels, a time-tested technology, refined specifically for hot climates. Ranked in the top 10 by Bloomberg Tier 1. Connect
Tier
to
1.
free solar energy today. Wattback, your reliable partner. Leave a request by the link and get a personalized offer.
Alright. Science, bitch.
Number one is the increasing fixed costs. I live in Cyprus for 4 years now, and one thing that changed a lot are my fixed costs. I used to live with just 800 euros per month back in 2020, and now my fixed costs are minimum 3,000 euros per month. Yes, of course, I have a bigger house now and I go out for food much more often, but fixed costs in Cyprus non-arguably increase very much because of the influx of foreigners and also because of inflation and other reasons. I used to pay 470 euros for a 2-bedroom apartment with a sea view and a big pool back in 2020.
Why even mention
now
inflation?
I pay 1,000 euros for basically the same without the sea view. Yeah, okay,
Why even
my
mention
current
it?
apartment is much more modern, but still, look at the difference. Reason number 2 is the hot climate. I mean, it's actually very obvious when you move to a Mediterranean island, but still, a lot of people just underestimate the heat. I mean, look at me, it's July right now and I'm just sitting here and talking and I'm like sweating. It is extremely hot and it will get even hotter end of July and August. In fact, August is actually so hot that it's publicly known and accepted that people just don't work. Most of the construction workers, they will not be on the site. Most of the offices in Cyprus, they will close and the whole island will basically
Am I not
just
supposed
be
to
at
work,
home
chat?
or at the beach. But even at the beach it's too hot. And that is the reason why it's so common to have a pool here in Cyprus, but even the pool water is too hot. So, depending on the isolation of the house and the floor you're living in, the AC will most likely be your best friend during summer. Number 3 is the low quality buildings, but before you misunderstand me, let me explain. During winter it can actually be quite cold here in Cyprus, not extremely of course, but especially during January and February you most likely want to walk around with a jacket. And that is the reason why a lot of people regret moving here, because they just can't stand the mold. I used to live in 4 different properties here in Cyprus now, and 3 of them had a mold problem.
At least thick
Even in
accent
this new building
German.
that I'm living in right now, it's just like 4 years old, but I also had a little bit of mold here during winter. And that even though the walls and everything is pretty good quality. However, I still had mold here, and that is simply because of the reason that the houses here are built not for the cold, but for the heat. Also, the salt water is pretty aggressive here and damages a lot of low quality buildings, especially the ones close to the sea. Number 4 is things can be very slow here. Oh yes, things can be very slow here and energy draining. By that I mean a lot of service providers are not on time. A lot of offices take ages to finish some documents and people just take it very relaxed here. As relaxing as this sounds, a lot of people actually hate it and regret moving here because of this, because they want to get things done quickly and professionally. Quick story time. A viewer of mine recently moved to Paphos and I helped him find an apartment, and he wanted to install the Wi-Fi box. And the internet provider said in 3
Do you
days
agree?
someone will come and install everything.
I mean, I lived in
No one
Spain
showed
for
up until
8
7
years.
days later, and then
It's
They installed the Wi-Fi.
Mediterranean culture
Yes,
all
but
around.
guess where?
I haven't
In
been
the
to Italy, but I
fireplace.
can only assume it's the same in
Can't
Italy.
believe it. I
I'm
visited
kinda
him
used
and I
to it.
was just laughing so hard and I said, welcome to Cyprus.
Siesta,
Number 5 is the
siesta.
limited job
In Italy it's
opportunities
worse.
because a lot of people move here with the
Hot equals
expectation
lazy.
to find
Yeah, I
a
mean, that's
well-paying
pretty
job
much
right
how it
the
is.
next day after arriving. And even though this is definitely possible, this is not what 90% of the people experience when they move here. It takes time and work to find a good job. And so a lot of people actually regret moving here because they can't find a
Job. Ah,